Okay, fine. So this is what the inner join. And apart from this, what all properties are there? Okay. So if I click on this, there is a suffix. Okay. So apart suffix means what? If you have a common column name and if you want to give the different naming to that columns, you can use the suffix. And there is an indicator, what we can say, indicator parameter. Okay. We'll see that indicator parameter. It will be useful in case of a left join. So if I say left join, okay, so if I say left join, so you know that left join, right? So it will give the matching records from both the data frame and non-matching records from the left table. Okay, so let's consider it as a, so we'll have these things. Here you just need to say what left and our column name will remain same. And let's, here what I'll do is simply say left dot csv. Okay, so if I do this, it's writing it here in the file. So I think it's considering the employee table as a left. Is correct, right? Means this table it is considering as a left table. Means we are getting the matching records from both the tables. Okay. This one and this one. And non-matching records from which table?
Of 50 department ID 70, 90.
70, 90. So it's considering the employee as a left table. So we are getting the matching, non-matching records from the left table, that is employee table. Means that is employee data frame, correct?
Yes, sir.
So there is a sort, right? Sort parameter. True or false? If false, depends on the join type of keywords. Okay, if I say sort is equal to true, try this one. Are you able to see any difference when we use sort?
Yes, it is sorting on the basis of key column.
It is sorting the data on the basis of key column.
Which is department ID.
And that is department ID. Yeah, that is correct. You can see it here 10, 20, 30 like this. So here it's a random data. So it is, when I say sort is equal to true. So it is sorting on the data on the key columns. Okay, this is sort method is there. Sort parameter is there, not method. Similarly, there is an indicator. Okay, so you can also tell me indicator is equal to, I think it should be a true. Okay, when I say indicator is equal to true, and if I open the result, so this is what the result is. Copy this. Paste it here. You tell me what the difference you're able to see.
Merge column is added there, and it is also showing that the data is present in both the table for the record, or it is only in a left table only the data is present.
Yes, correct. Okay, so it is adding one more column, that is underscore merge. Okay, and if the record is present on the key column. This is what our key column is, on which we are joining the data. Okay, this is what our key column. And if the data is present in both the data frame, it is saying both, correct? It is saying both. You can see it here, saying it as a both. Where we can use these things.
Sir, I wanted to ask one thing. If there is a merge column through indicator, we have got underscore merge column.
Mhm.
So suppose we want to check if the two tables had high, तो the number of records उन दोनों में ज्यादा थे और सपोज हमें ओवरऑल चेक करना है तो हम इस अंडरस्कोर मर्ज कॉलम का फिल्टर करके देख सकते हैं लाइक इज इक्वल टू लेफ्ट ओनली ही है या फिर इज इक्वल टू बोथ है तो कितने
Yes,
रिकॉर्ड्स हैं
you can do this, right? You can filter out the data, correct? Means
राइट ओवर देयर इन द पाई स्पार्क में
means you want to filter the data based on this column. That's what you're saying.
या टू चेक whatever we have merged is correct or not but like to see the total count of left only and both.
Means you want the count of this left only or both.
Yes.
Okay. So how we can do this, guys? Let's suppose he wants to print the left only. How we can do this? This is what the data frame with us, which is printing this data, correct?
Yes.
We just need to filter out the records based on this column. And how we can filter out the data?
How equals to left.
No. So see, this is what our data frame. What is the data frame? This is what the data frame in which we have this data, in which we have underscore merge column. We need to filter the data based on this merge underscore merge column.
So using where we can use
Why? Where it's doing
to
some.
filter out the records. Just to filter.
So where will not the exact case we have seen, right? So what we need to do is this one bracket. How we filter the data here? We need to give the condition, correct? So this one. And what is that column name? It's underscore merge. Sorry, underscore merge. And you need to give the condition here equal to what he is looking for, left only, correct? Is looking for left only, and just print this. So
So we have to we have the count as well, right?
if you want a count, same thing you can do, right? How you can get the count of it? So yesterday we have seen this, what we can
Using aggregator function.
yes. See, it will give you the left only. Okay, if you see the data. So see what it is doing. It is giving the left only data, correct? Yes or no? And if he want the counts of it, so what you can do is you can directly simply just, this is what your data frame is, correct? So this is the data frame dot, irrespective of this, if you give the size and if you even if you print it, this should work. It should give you the count of it. Okay, so it is not callable. Okay, so let me, okay, it's not callable, fine. So what you can do is see PD1 is equal to, if I do this, and PD1 dot, can I use it? Okay, not callable means I was using the brackets. Is that the case? Okay, directly I can do this. I am doing this. So it's not callable means I need not to give the bracket here. So print it and just close it here. Okay, so this one is not required. So what you can say is count of df is equal to, this is what the Thank you. So count of this is a 60. Okay, it is considering all these records. So what you need to do is, if you want to consider the a single of record count, I have to give the column, it should work. So 6 records. So even if you count, it will give you the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is how you need to do. Is it clear or not? Rakshit, who asked the question? Rakshit only.
Yes, sir.
So Rakshit, so can anyone explain this, what we just did? किसी को explain करना है?
So when we use the indicator is equal to true, at that time it will add one column, and it is also showing that the data for the using a key, the data is present in both tables or only the left table or right table. So accordingly, if we want the count for that, so we are just filtering out accordingly. As here we want only left only columns, left only where the value is left only. So accordingly we are getting the all the records where the merge column value is left only. So just we have just filter it here, and also we have the count where the value is left only. So for that we have created using a size function, we just getting the count here.
Correct. Rakshit, are you clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is the good thing. Like this type of a question should come to your mind, and you should try doing this syntax. It's all about the syntax. This is how we have filtered the data yesterday. Where clause. If you go to the and see the data frame operation where we have seen the where clause. So in the data frame, we have just passed the condition. So if you print this, it will give the true false. Wherever we have a true, it will print that data. Now, what you want the count of it. So you know that. So when you say size, it is doing the a kind of a cross multiplication, and it was giving me the 61 also. Okay. So if you want to check the count, row count, so you can pass any column here. This is what it will consider as a one data frame. So this is what the data frame. How
But
you can access the column of a data frame? You can access the column of a data frame by giving this in after that, after the data frame in the square bracket. If you give the column name, it will consider that column. In that column, how many number of rows are there, irrespective of null, it will give the count of it using size method. So you will get that count. Fine. Okay, so what we were discussing? Okay, we were discussing this left. Okay. Yeah. So similarly, this, okay, what all sort we have seen, indicator we have seen, what all parameters are there that we can use?
so when we have to use this indicator, when we have to maintain the ACD types, at that time it is
Correct.
useful, right?
Yeah, this is what I was asking. Yeah, correct. This is what I was talking. कि हमें ये कब यूज करना है indicator. So when you will be performing the type 1, type 2, so what we are checking there, whether is null, whether is not null. But Devendra, here you can see that it is, it is null is matching. So we can't rely on that null, getting it. In
No,
that case,
we will filter it out right first.
yeah, we can, but it will be an additional task. We can't rely on that null value. Okay. So instead of using that is null, is not null, we can go with the indicator. So easily we will be able to identify whether this record is there in the left table, right table, in or both the tables. And accordingly, we can write our logic. Understood, right?
Yes, okay.
So we'll be seeing some examples when we'll do with all our things, technical things. We'll be, talking about this SOD types. Okay, fine. Right join. Okay, so when we say right join, left table, right table, left on, right on, and how you want to perform the join? Right. Okay, so this is what your right table is. Let me change the name of it. what we have written a query. Okay, so right join, this is here. Just need to have this data frame. So in the real time, what happens is the people around, okay, so this is what the complex logic, this is how they're doing the things, okay. So if this is the complex logic, they are doing some logic in this. So putting it into a data frame. On this data frame, they're again doing something else, again putting into the data frame, assigning into the data frame, and likewise, we will be getting the final outcome. So even when we'll be working on the type 1, type 2, the similar way we'll be working on. Okay, indicator left on right join, it will perform. This is what the table. If there are multiple columns, if you want to perform the join on multiple columns, you can just give the multiple columns here. That is not an issue. Okay, so right join right will be writing the data into a write.csv. Execute it. So go to the files where it's generating all the files. Open the file in the notepad. Okay, copy this. Go to the Excel sheet, and here the data split. Okay, you can see the right join, right? So can anyone explain how it's working? Which is the right table?
Department.
Department is the right table. You can see this is what the records we have it in the right only, in the right table only. These three records are there in the right table only. So rest of the records is the result of inner join. It is the result of what? It is the result of inner join. You will get the matching records and the non-matching records from the right table. Understood? Clear as सबको? Yes or no? Okay, it's clear. So there is one more record, one more. So validator is there. Okay, so you can try this validator on indicator. Validator, that validate is equal. Merge key are not unique in the left data set, not one-to-one merge. What it is this? What it is doing? What is this validator? What do you think? What this error it's showing to us?
So I think it is expecting that in both the tables, the keys are primary keys or unique keys.
Correct. It is expecting a one-to-one so relationship. It's a kind of a relationship, one-to-one, many to one, many to many. Means what? If we open this data set, so what happens is this is what the key column, correct? But it's what is that relation? Means you can say one department can, in one department, multiple employees can work, correct? Or you can say it here, many employees can work on in one department only. Are you able to relate something? कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So one to one means one person. Correct. So one to one means what? One person can only work on one department. But here many people, many employees are working in one department. So this relation is, we can say it as a, whatever table we have, it's a many to one.
Like we can say like this, for a dimension table, there will be only unique values. In a fact table, there will be many values, so one to many, or if we do vice versa, many to one.
Yes, correct. and it will work as like a validator. If I say many to one, it will say, hey boss, no, you're wrong. Okay, it's not. But if I say many to one, it should give us the result. See, it's kind of a validator. देवेंद्र समझते हैं?
Yes. Hope.
Okay. But if I say, like, apart from many to one, if I pass anything, it will throw us an error. Okay. So if I say many to many, ये बोलेगा कि राइट टेबल में डेटा नहीं है. Okay. So many to many, it's matching because it's okay. Many to one, it's got. Okay. One to many, if I say, it should throw an error, right? See, merge are not unique in the left, not one to many merge, because we have a many to one. Okay, explore this. It's a kind of a validator. It's work like a validator. So if it is valid relation, then only it will give us the result. Otherwise, it will not. Okay, this is one more parameter is there. Indicator sort is there. Fine. Similarly, we have the full join. How we can do full outer join? So you just need to say what? Pins. Paste it here. Paste it here. Write it in the CSV, that is full outer.csv will be creating that, and here you need to say what outer. Left, this was left column, right column sort. Yes, I want to sort. I want an indicator, and let's execute it. Okay, so if you open this, wait. Okay, so you can see the indicators here, both the tables, the records that is present in the left data frame only, the records that is present right data frame only. Okay, it is sorting the data based on the columns, based on the key column actually. Okay. Okay, and while sorting the data, I think if I want to sort this data frame, so you can give the preference for the null as well. Okay, so if I have to sort it, we have seen which method? Sort only, right? The sort value. Okay. And if I print this, by which column I have to sort? By, let's just suppose this department ID. Okay. I have to sort it by department ID. Let me do one thing. After doing this, I'll just do the sorting. Okay, and open this. Copy this. Okay, so in this case, I think it's properly sorting. It's null is coming at the end, correct? Yes or no? You getting it? But here, when I say it's doing the sorting, that is fine, but null it is not doing. It's randomly, we are getting this null. I think. Yeah, it's considering this department and this. Yeah, that's the reason. So it's considering both the columns. Okay, so after 70, we are getting 80, 90, 100, 110, 110, 120. Got it. So there is an option. If you want a null first, there is an option as well. What is that option? Ascending, ignore, NA position, correct? NA underscore position is equal to what the value I can give. Let me check. Are you getting what I'm trying to say here? See, I'm trying to search.
Yes, sir.
Sort values, data frame dot sort values, and NA position first last. Yes, I can give this value first last. By default is last. Therefore, it was giving us the value at the last. But if you want it as a first, copy this, paste it here, and you can say it as a first. If I execute it, and yeah, I think we are writing the data into this. So see, we are getting this as a first, and then it will start with 10, 20, right? Likewise. So even if I copy, paste it into this, all the data, split it. So see here. So null values will come first, and then it will start with 10. So if you want to change the position of null, you can do this. Using what? Using in sort, there is a NA position parameter using which you can change the position of that null values. If you want to consider the null as the lowest value, you can do this thing. Okay, fine, I guess. Any questions till this point? Does anyone have any question about? Any position parameter and change the null record order as first and last. Okay, fine. So for the cross join, you just need to give the cross join. You just need to say what? Cross. But in cross join, you know that we never give the condition, so no need to give this condition. Sort value indicator, I think indicate. Okay, let's keep that. Let's see what happens. Cross. I'll just change the name of data frame. Cross. With us. Still here. Okay, don't want to sort it right. So remove it. With us. Paste it here and simply say cross. Cross join, you know that. What is the cross join?
Cartesian product means each row will join with the other table.
Yeah, it's a Cartesian product, correct. We'll get every single combination. Indicator, we are getting both, okay. It's working, but we are getting both. Okay, fine. So it's a Cartesian product. Whatever number of records are there into the second data frame will work as like a Cartesian. Okay, so I think we are good, right, on this cross join. Okay, so there is one more option was there, which is suffix. Suffixes, okay. So what is that? I think we don't have relevant data, but I can show you. If we have a similar column name, okay, and in that case, we can give the suffix to that columns.
Alias in SQL.
Yes, alias in this, correct. But it will not consider the key column on the column on which we are joining. Okay,
To avoid ambiguity error.
correct. Is correct. So instead of if I say, okay, so what I can do is let me just copy the inner join wherever we have. Let me try one thing. How inner join left, right on this is this. And apart from this join column, if I have a similar name, what I'll do is for a reference, I'll give the similar name. Wherever we have a job ID, I'll give that department name, okay? And in this case, I'll try this, the last option. Even I'll do one thing and write it, this data frame into a inner result. Okay, new into this. So if I do this, let's see how it's giving us the result data, split the columns. What it is doing? Department name, and it's adding underscore y something, right? Correct? Yes or no? It's a job ID. We have given this name to this column. It's the same column, but it's adding something y. But if you want to give the proper name, you can give the suffixes. Okay, so here, if you say comma suffixes and sorry, and for the left table, what suffix you want to give? It's from the table, say emp, and for the right table, can I say underscore tpt? I say that. Okay. With the list tuple, should be tuple, I guess. Yeah, it's a tuple. And now we'll do the same thing. Okay, it's got executed. We'll open the same file. Are you able to see the difference? कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आपको? This one you can see it, the clear difference, right? The second one is taking the any different name, but here name, right? It should be okay. Why it's adding, right? Underscore emp, correct? This is what we were expecting. Yeah, it's by default it's adding x underscore y. But if you want to give a proper naming, you can give the suffixes, correct? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Please type yes if you're getting this. Please type no if you're not getting. Type it in the meeting chat. Okay, Devendra getting, Yogita, good. Akshay, perfect. Sachin, good, good. Shri, good. Okay. Abhishek, good, good. Ankita, Suchit, perfect. Perfect. Good.